LA Mayor Bass brushes off Palisades fire protests, claims locals are profiting. And Rob, I think you got a clip on this one as well. So if we go to this, page 9.
How did she not get recalled by now? I mean, how does that not happen?
Well, let me have her explain it to you.
How
Go
does
ahead,
that
Rob.
happen?
1 year after the fires, are you surprised that so much of that anger is directed at you?
A little, but again, I do understand the anger. If they need to focus them on me, you know, whatever takes them to heal and get through this. I don't take it personal.
Do you think a reason for that anger is misinformation and people are looking for someone to blame?
Well, I do have to tell you that there's a part of it, and this is the part that troubles me the most, is that there are people who have preyed upon people's grief, who are financially benefiting from people's grief. And to deliberately put out misinformation like nobody's rebuilding, permits aren't being given, there are challenges, absolutely, but there is progress being made.
There's a rally being held tomorrow called They Let Us Burn.
Right.
Is that how people should be commemorating this 1 year anniversary?
Well, I don't think so. Again, I think that there are people that are profiting off of this. And that is what I find very despicable. Intentionally putting out misinformation, intentionally profiting from social media, book deals, etc. And I think that that's unfortunate. To me, I hope that it's about healing and moving forward and getting this community back. Every single Palisadian that wants to come back, that should be the focus.
You have people who continue to tell me every single time I'm here, this should have never happened. Should this have ever happened?
Of course it should have never happened, but I do think that's something that we're all coming to grips with in our world, but certainly within our city. Weather events that we would have never thought would have taken place.
Yeah,
she was on
It's
vacation.
the weather's fault. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
got it. All of it.
Hurricanes.
Weather.
All right, you can
You
pause
can
it right there.
hurricanes.
Tom, thoughts. Go
She
for it.
is the
I'm
most-
going to
So
go to
this
Tom
is,
first, and Rob, I'll come to you.
So this is what's despicable is that Karen Bass is trying to politically profit from spin. She's turning it into, we need to heal and move forward. That means your point doesn't matter. We need to heal and move forward. Don't look over here. Well, I'll tell you what not to look at. The fire chief and the mayor. She laid off the fire chief. She censured the fire chief. Then the fire chief left. Now they're in court. And that fire chief is probably going to win. The last 2 articles I saw, Pat, is the fire chief, the legal analysts that were out there in the liberal media were saying, if this goes to court, Karen Bass and people are going to have to turn over all kinds of text records, everything that was going on this, including the report that Kristen Cowley said that she had published about readiness. So I think it's despicable that Karen Bass stands there and talks about healing and moving forward. How about accelerated permitting? How about intervening with some of the insurance claims? How about supporting what's going on there to help people who had homes and were paying taxes, property tax, that part of LA, get their house back without being interfered? How about pushing back on the Coastal Commission in Malibu that is not allowing people to build certain things because the Greens don't want the houses to be back there at all, and so are using the Coastal Commission to say, oh, we're just gonna have the beautiful ocean, all these rich celebrities and other people, they don't get their homes back, but we get our coastline back. Karen Bass is trying to profit politically by spinning this into being everything that it's not. And meanwhile, the taxpayers of the city of LA are going to write a check to Kristen Crowley because Karen Bass does not want that court case to go. That's my opinion. That's what legal analysts are saying, is that they're going to write that fire chief a check because it was mishandled and they besmirched her reputation. And for her to stand there like that, when I saw that, at first thing I thought it was like a staged interview. Oh, here we go. She's going to stand there and get softballs from the reporter. But the reporter, you know, God bless him, tried to push it. And she just, look at the direction she spun it. There was no accountability, no leadership. As an ex-resident of LA, this disgusts me because there's people I know. We know a guy named John that we were friendly with that had a place in Palisades that is up there. A great guy, part of a large business mentor organization. He's not, everybody has talked about these things. These were good citizens that are being screwed, and she's not taking leadership to stand up
John
and say.
lived in Palisades? John M.?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I didn't know that.
They're down. They're
Wow.
down. North San Diego.
You
where his
got to be
daughter
kidding. Oh,
is.
wow. Okay. Rob, what do you think about this?
Well, one of my friends who still writes for The Simpsons, he lost his house, and it's devastating. And you have, when you see Karen Bass and you hear her talk, it almost reminds me of something like that Iraqi spokesman during the during Saddam Hussein. Remember him? What was his name? Iraqi Pete or something? Iraqi. What was his name?
Good name.
Iraqi
Tucker
Bob.
Carlson?
Oh. So, and it just, you don't believe a thing that they said, no, we will be the biggest. We will conquer the Americans any day. No. It's just
okay, buddy.
nothing
We will
but
burn
lies.
the great Satan to the ground.
But what is it about the Democrats in Los Angeles and California in general that have this Hitler in the bunker mentality where they'll go down with the ship? You know, they just, I mean, how does this person, I remember the city council kicking out somebody in the town that I grew up in for trying to raise taxes for $10. This is somebody that had all their houses burned down in this city of Palisades. And how do you not get rid of the mayor? At what point? You know, I remember I said years ago, it was a Jamie Lissow joke, which is like the, you know, Californians would vote for a bowl of shit if it had a D next to it.
Yep.
It's like it's a group mentality. You know, they just paint the other side as so evil that they'll stick with somebody who destroyed their community.
And don't step out of line, otherwise they'll come after you.
Yeah, it's something out of the Khmer Rouge. I mean, it really is. To hear her, you really hear a communist, and she is. You really hear this communist groupthink that they never take any personal responsibility for anything. The fact that she was not there, that she was in Africa at a wedding to be cool, knowing that the winds were coming, and I just don't see California climbing out of this because I think they have that bunker mentality. And if you give enough stuff away to people and you give them enough free stuff, they'll keep voting for the Democrats, and that's the plan the whole time. And it's not going to change. I don't think in our lifetime. I don't see it change, and I want it to.
Vinny, his gear, Faith Over Fear, tens of thousands of pieces sold out in a couple weeks. Tell us about Faith Over Fear, Vinny.
Well, just letting everybody know, I appreciate everybody that's getting on board. I saw a guy at the airport that was wearing the Faith Over Fear. I was at a diner, and some guy patted me on the back and was like, hey, what is that all about? And he wanted to know what Hebrews 11, chapter 1 was, and we got into a really good conversation. And I know I always talk about Faith Over Fear being like in the Bible with the centurion soldier whose kid was healed, where Jesus just said, go, because of your faith, it's going to be healed. And the woman that had the bleeding issue that pushed through the crowd, that just touched Jesus's hem of his clothing, and he was healed. So I want people to know that that's back in the biblical days. Faith over fear still applies today. It's, you know, it's with starting a business when the numbers scare you, speaking the truth when silence feels safer. Fear waits for comfort, and faith moves with conviction. You guys can go on there right now. We have a hat that's coming soon. I don't want to give it away, but you guys can go to, is it FLB?
VTmerch.com.
Oh, VT Merch. Go to VTmerch.com. Guys, we have hoodies, we have hats, rocket, and let people know where you stand.
I love it. Go to VTmerch.com, place your order, buy it for yourself, your friends, your peers.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.